Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. 3 weeks ago, I was in a rush. I couldn't export the right video at the right time for technical reasons. So I decided to make a drawing from scratch and post this video. Turns out, I love this drawing and the process behind it. So I made another, and then another. And I've already talked too long. Let's watch 4 drawing processes at the same time. Just like the first one, all of these shape carvings were made along an identical process, although I tried different things with each iteration. More on that later. By the way, stay until the end of the video because there is a prize for you to win, my dear viewer. It is a little contest, which is easy to participate in and give you a chance to win something special. Keep watching until the end to find out. Now, let me talk about what you're seeing on screen. First off, the carving. I am using a big dirty black brush with 100% opacity. My goal is to make an original shape, just flowing freely at the beginning, then adding and taking away until I am pleased with it. And it's okay if the shape isn't perfect. Because of the brush, contours are sometimes undefined, or unrefined, or both. Some semblance of circle, a triangle, some polygonal shape, anything will do, as long as it is interesting. At this point, I am not yet trying to think of what it will make, but the flow of the brush gives me indication as to the depth within the shape, the different blocks hidden within the black mass. One thing I certainly not want is symmetry or simple shapes, although you still need some simplicity. We can't work with details here, not for a 10-minute shape carving. Symmetry is a no-no because it's not interesting. The best option is still off symmetry, almost symmetry. You can see that with the circle on the top right, or the thing that looks like a plane on the top left. The bottom ones are definitely not symmetrical. As I said earlier, I tried different things with each iteration of shape carving. The top left one is relatively similar to the original one I did, but I imagined the shape before I actually drew it. And it looks like a plane, I already told you that. Next up, the one in the top right corner. This one I experimented with the brush. As you can see, it's a brush that is very different from the other ones who, in turn, have been made with the same one. This one is fuzzy, with edges even less defined than the others. Turns out I don't like that as much, so I only did this one like this, and then I returned to my normal brush. Thirdly, we have the bottom left. This one I experimented a bit more with the coloring. The others are quite monochromatic, with only a slight difference in saturation and value in the colors. This one goes a bit further. The base is orangey, the accents are almost pink, like salmon colored. That makes the result a bit less clear, but I think I like it too. And for last, we have the bottom right shape, the green one. This one I did on my small laptop and I moved the canvas around, so it's a bit different in format than the others, sorry for that. For the others, I purposefully didn't move the canvas, nor zoomed into it. So for this one, I tried 2 different things. I made the picture vertical rather than horizontal. I think that's an interesting move, but it would have worked only if I had done that to all of the shapes. Making them different formats every time, I mean. Another thing I tried though was to incorporate the background a bit more in the shape. You see, for this one, for the green one, I imagine a waterfall flowing over the shape, partly in front and partly behind. The shape becomes harder to read, especially since everything is in the same tone of colors, but this is something I rather like than dislike. This is not necessarily made to be read easily. I think the fact that you have to look at it for longer and use your imagination more is a good point, and makes it more interesting. It's a shame I don't particularly like the shape though. So as I said, after making the shape, I carved it a bit more inside with the colors. The base tone, the parts that are lit, the parts in shadows, legs, wings, body, anything to make them look like some sort of animals, or statues, or aliens, or robots, or all of them in one. Really, they can become whatever you want them to be. That's the magic of shape carving. To be simple, I always chose the same light, except for the green one, because the waterfall and all. The light always comes from up and left. It makes the shadows easy to create, even when you're working with an undefined shape. After I'm happy with the colors and the shape, I start working the background a bit. I decided on different locations for the creatures archive to be in: rocky mountainous regions, sand dunes, waterfall, and flat dry desert. Originally, I wanted each shape to correspond to an element, but I kinda gave up on that. Although you could probably read into it and find an element for each one. Not by color though. The water one is definitely green. After the background, there's only one thing left: the light touches. The details, if you will, although they are not really precise. Just emphasizing the shapes with a bunch of small lines, much more saturated and bright. Just in the brightest places and in the broader parts of the creatures to make eyes, or lights, like LEDs. I'm still unsure of what exactly these creatures are. It's not for us humans to understand. Now, as I said before, each of these drawings took between 10 and 15 minutes. They are the perfect warm-up exercise. I did a few of these before working on other drawings in the past 3 weeks. In fact, I even posted them on my Instagram at d3_sd, here and there in between other works, which leads me to the little contest I teased at the beginning of the video. You see, I don't have much to give as a prize for a contest, but what I have is prints of some of my artworks. The winner of the contest will be sent a limited print of a drawing of mine, in a postcard format. The rules are very simple. Whoever is following me on Instagram and manages to post the same comment under all 5 of the shape carving pictures first wins. That is 1 comment under 5 posts from someone who follows me. Be the first one and I'll contact you to send you a limited print of a drawing. For free, of course. I wanted to make a little contest for a while, but I didn't know what to do with the limited resources that I have. And here it is. Again, that is for a limited print. Follow me at d3_sd and comment the same thing under all 5 shape carving posts. Good luck to you all. As a consolation prize, if you are not the first, you can still subscribe, like and comment under this video. I'm D3 and I'll see you in a few days. Bye!